So, yeah, it's been a while since I've done a video, but this is something that, I think I've touched on once before, a long time ago, but it is now seized, to the surface again. So, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, I've been there twice, by the way. It's in Cleveland. It's about a 4-hour drive, give or take, something like that, from where I live in Ohio. And it's a really cool place. I'm not gonna, act like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is not a cool thing, because it is. Last time I went was, 2016? Yes. Actually, was it the month we went to Rock on the Range? Something like that. But, anyways. So, they announced the nominees this year. Now, last year they announced Judas Priest, which was my first concert ever. God, I cannot believe it was over almost 4 years ago now. And they're still not in. Judas Priest, is, I guess, celebrating their 50th year, holy shit, as a band this year. They're still not in the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The only two legit rock nominees on this fucking list is Def Leppard, who I'm shocked are not the fuck in, and Rage Against the Machine, which I'm not a fan of Rage Against the Machine, but I'm not saying they don't deserve to be in there because they do. I'm shocked that fucking Def Leppard, one of the biggest rock bands ever, is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I'm going to talk about some other bands that are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and why I just think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is bullshit. So yeah, there's a list on Loudwire, which I'm going to go down and talk about how these bands should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I don't know how they are not. First is Motorhead. How is Motorhead not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? It's, and not that Lemmy would probably give a flying fuck if Motorhead ever did get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but the fact that Lemmy's been dead now almost 3 years, and they've not even been on the ballot, let alone nominated for the fucking thing, is asinine to me. Because Motorhead is one of the, it's Motorhead. It's, in my opinion, one of the bedrocks, the foundations of fucking metal. Without Motorhead, there's not my favorite band, which is Metallica. There's not Megadeth. There's just not anything. Without Motorhead, I would argue that metal, I don't know if it would be the same. Because albums like Overkill and Bomber and Ace of Spades, those 3 albums influence so many fucking bands. It's insane. So, yes, Motorhead needs to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, without question. Iron fucking Maiden! How are they not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? How? Iron Maiden, one of the biggest bands ever, are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nope, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fuck you, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How? One of the biggest bands ever, not in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Blows me away. I already talked about Judas Priest. They're not in there. Pantera. Arguably one of the most important bands in metal, whether you like Pantera or not. I personally love Pantera. I just saw Phil Anselmo 3 weeks ago. It was awesome. But, Pantera, without Pantera and bands like Cradle of Filth and the black metal movement that happened in the 90s, I don't know if metal would still be where it is. Without, those fundamental elements still around, bands like Metallica and Megadeth and Pantera, without those kind of bands, I don't know if metal would even still be a thing because of fucking grunge. So how is Pantera not in there? Especially with the fact that Vinnie Paul just died this year. How are they not in there? Megadeth? I'm shocked Megadeth aren't in there either, because to me, Megadeth's one of the most influential metal and thrash bands of all time. They spurned off of Metallica and Big Band and who doesn't know Symphony and all them songs, and how's Megadeth not in there? Alice in Chains, again, legendary fucking band. How's Alice in Chains not in there? How is Ronnie James Dio in any incarnation, whether it's, because I don't think he was inducted with Black Sabbath. I could be very wrong, but I know for a fact he wasn't. How is Dio, one of the most legendary singers of metal, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Like, how isn't he? It's just kind of, Ozzy Osbourne as a solo act's not in there. Holy fuck. I know Sabbath's in there, but how's Ozzy himself not in there because of, songs like Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley and all that fucking shit, and Ozzy's one of the biggest bands, ever. How are they not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Like, what the fuck? And 9 Inch Nails are not. Soundgarden. How is Soundgarden not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Especially with Chris Cornell dying, last year. Not even nominated for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year? Isn't Soundgarden not nominated? What the fuck? Motley Crue! Are you fucking shitting me? Motley Crue? Not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Fuck you. Fuck you. How's Motley fucking Crue not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? One of my favorite bands of all time, especially from the 80s. One of the biggest bands of all time, Motley Crue, not Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Scorpions. I'm not a big Scorpions fan, but they're fucking huge. Scorpions not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I agree that Anthrax and Slayer should be in there, especially Slayer. They're retiring. I'm going to say next year's going to be it. They're going to do one more tour. I'm going to try and go see them next year. I'm hoping they hit somewhere closer to me, whether it's Fort Wayne or Columbus or something like that. To where because they only played Cincinnati this year. It's the only Ohio date they had, and I fucking hate Cincinnati. I just don't like going to shows in that town. So I'm hoping they come to Columbus or something next year. I would definitely want to go see Slayer one more time. I've seen them twice, and it was awesome both times. But I'm definitely down for seeing them just one more time, just because, fuck, I love Slayer. So I'm definitely down to seeing them again. But yeah, Slayer definitely should be in there. In fact, they're hanging up this year. I'm not a big Smashing Pumpkins fan, but I'm not going to say that they don't deserve it. I can't say it. Blue Oyster Cult. How are they not in there? Especially for shit like, Don't Fear the Reaper and stuff like that. I don't know how they're not in there. They already talked about Def Leppard. Not a Faith No More fan. I'm not saying they don't deserve to be in there. Sammy Hagar should be in there, I agree. There's some bands like I don't agree with. Korn in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I don't, know about that. I'm not saying they don't deserve to be in there, but they're really early on in their career. I mean, I know they've been around since the early 90s, but I agree Thin Lizzy should be in there. He's, influential on a lot of bands, Metallica, Megadeth. He should be in there. I'm not a Ted Nugent fan, but Ted Nugent's a fucking huge name. He should be in there. How's Bad Company not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Bad Company's a fucking legendary band. Like, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in my opinion, is just bullshit at this point. Because, in my opinion, they have no credibility. In a true rock and metal fan eyes, there's just no credibility to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because there's bands in there that are not rock and roll. I'm sorry. If you have no guitars in your band, it's not rock and roll. Bar none. Sorry, it's not. If there's not a guitar in your band, it's not rock and roll. If you don't know how to have a drummer and a bassist, it's not rock and roll. It's not. It's fucking legit truth. There's bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that have no discernment of rock. No. Fuck you. No. Nothing that I would classify as rock. Not even fucking close. It is what it is, man. And the fact that, we're going, it's just crazy to me. I want to go down the ballot this year, actually, because let's just do this. These are what's on the ballot for next year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. These are the nominees. Oh, that fucking article sucked. Okay, so here's the nominations for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Def Leppard, who again this should be in there. Devo, okay. Why Janet Jackson's on there, I don't know. And LL Cool J is on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Go fuck yourselves. That's bullshit. MC5, I guess they should be in there. Radiohead, what the fuck ever. I can't stand Radiohead. Stevie Nicks, yeah, they should be in there. The Cure, yeah, they should be in there. But there's so much shit they could, like, are you fucking serious to me? Like, shut up, ad blocker thing. Oh my god. I clicked on this USA Today article and it fucking like just exploded in my face. But anyways, I just think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is bullshit. There's so many bands that aren't in there that need to be in there that I'm just like, fuck you. The fact that Judas Priest aren't in there is still the biggest fuck you to me, in my opinion, because in my opinion, the four fathers of metal, or maybe the five: Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, Motorhead, and Kiss. Those are the first 6 bands that I consider like the things that started it all. And the fact that only 2 of those bands are in there, which is Kiss and Black Sabbath, is blasphemy to me. It's blasphemy. Like, how is fucking, Motorhead and fucking, how is Motorhead and Judas Priest not in there? Like, legit, man, like, I don't know. But it is what it is. There's tons of bands that need to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bands like Dokken, Cinderella, fucking Motley Crue, I just named them. There's a bunch, man. There's a bunch of bands that need to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that aren't. And I'm just like, it's fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage. Like, I just don't agree with it. At all. Like, the fact that these bands are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's like, I don't know. But I don't know how they can take themselves as a legit thing when there's fucking bands that have just been the forefront of this music for the past 35 fucking years or more, and I'm just like, they're not in the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Are you fucking shitting me right now? Like, kind of just blows me away. But anyway, this is my little rant video that I wanted to do on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it's just fucking bullshit. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.